The next topic we are going to see is Java source file and structure. General structure of Java program will be having 6 sections. First one documentation, then package statement, third one import statement, fourth one interface statement, fifth one class definition, and the last one main method class. Inside main method class we are having main method definition. See the right side here, structure of Java program. The first part is documentation, which is suggested, it's better to give. Second one is package statement, import statement, interface statement, class definition. These 4 components are optional, you can give or cannot, that's depending upon you. And the last one is main method class. It is mandatory, you must give the main method class. Without main method class it is not possible to run your Java program. Now let's see each section one by one. First one is documentation. Documentation is nothing but it is by comment, information about the program. It helps to understand the code, and also it is an additional information about the code. It is an optional part, as I said already, with slash symbol, asterisk, which is starting of comment and ending of comment, asterisk slash. So in between you can give anything that is going to be excluded for compilation and execution, only for informational purpose. That is what about the documentation. Generally documentation consists of the author of the program or code, to whom it was written, date of the program, and any other information can be included in the documentation section. The next part is a package. Package is a group of classes that are defined by a name. We know that classes are nothing but collection of objects. Like that, collection of classes can be formed as a package. So there can be only one package statement in a Java program. That is only one package statement in a Java program, and it has to be at the beginning of the program or the code. As I said already, it is an optional one. The syntax would be like this: package keyword followed by your package name. Example, package keyword Sairam underscore CSE, which means the following code belongs to Sairam underscore CSE package. That's about the package statement. Third section is import statement. Actually, import means you will be acquiring classes and packages from the you will be importing classes from other package. That is possible with the import statement. An import statement must be written after the package statement. If you are writing a code inside a package, that must be your first statement, that is package name space your name of the package. And after that, if you are trying to import or use or acquire some other classes which is defined in some other package, that should be imported by using the import statement. Import keyword, it should be in lowercase. Import keyword followed by which package you are going to import or use inside your program. Example would be like this: import java.util.date. Import is the keyword, util is one package, inside the util date is one package. Inside Java package, we will be importing util package and the date package. So where and all it is useful means in some cases pre-written codes are available in some classes. So those classes can be readily available, can be used in your code or in our code by using the import statement. Fourth section is interface statement. So we know that interface is nothing but it is similar to class, but it doesn't have any implementation. Same thing over here, interface is used to specify an interface in Java. Interface is similar to class, but it contains only constants and the method declaration. method is not implemented, only declaration will be available. Syntax is interface keyword followed by your interface name, open curly bracket, similar to class, close curly bracket, documentation, and sorry, not documentation, all the methods, only declaration and constants. The method should be declared as a public. By default it is abstract. Already we discussed about abstract method. Abstract method is a method which doesn't have implementation. The implementation of the abstract method is done in the subclass. So this is how interface can be created. It is similar to class, which is not having any implementation of method. In example of interface, my interface keyword followed by interface name. My interface name is CSE_INTR. It is having method. It is abstract method by default. No need to declare abstract keyword in interface. So in the interface, if you're declaring a method, that is going to be abstract by default. So coming to demo class is extents we are using in inheritance. Class is extended, interface is implemented. Have this thumb rule: interface is always implemented, class is always extended. So to use the methods in the interface CSE inter, I should use implements keyword, which means I am going to implement these abstract methods in this demo class. Which means method 1 and method 2 are to be are to be implemented, or methods are to be defined in the demo class. So method 1 and method 2 will be implemented. Here it is implemented, here also it is implemented. After that, in a main method, I'm creating object for demo class. I'm calling the method 1. Actually the method 1 belongs to CSE interface, which is implemented in the subclass demo. So obj method 1 definition will be, this statement will be called and displayed. So that's about the example of interface. Next section is class definition. We know that class is a collection of variables and methods. In every program in Java will have at least one class with the main method. Class is declared by the use of class keyword, as we know it already. Now we'll see a syntax for class definition. Class keyword, name of the class, open curly bracket, and here you have to close the curly bracket. Data type variable 1, all the variables with the type will be declared, semicolon at the end of the every statement, and then return type, function name or method name, list of parameters, function definition or function body. So like this, we will be having number of functions with the return type, function name, parameter list, and function definition. Hence class is a collection of variables and methods, and this is the syntax of creating or defining class. Let's see an example of creating class. This example also already we seen in the previous classes. Class keyword, class name is CSE, open curly bracket, your variables. Variables, two variable, one is integer ID, second one is name of the type of string, semicolon at the end of the every statement. And here we are having one function, void, public void show, which is initializing two values, name is ID equal to 5 and name equal to Suresh Anand, and system.out.println is a function for displaying ID value and the name value, end of the void show function. So class is the combination of variables and methods or functions. So here also we are having a one more method called main method. In the beginning, in the previous slide, I told that it should have at least one main method in a class. Here public static void main, we will discuss about public static void main in later slides. Have this main method. CSE space S1 is the object for CSE class. new keyword for instantiation, CSC constructor for initializing the values and variables. S1 object will be created. Thereafter, I'm calling s1.show. This is main method function definition. After that, end of the class. This is how class is defined with the collection of variables, one normal method, one main method, end of the class. That's it. Next section is main method class, or the last section in the Java source file structure is main method class. There may be many classes in Java program, but only one class must define main method. That is what in the earlier previous slide we seen that there may be a number of classes, but actually in the previous program only one class, only one main method. That is what there may be a number of classes, but only one class defines main method, which means only one main method must be for a program. That main method should be declared in a public class, public access specifier, which is accessible for all the outside component. Public class name CSC, so that this class CSC can be accessible outside the class or any other classes. And main method function can be declared like this, defined like this: public keyword, that is access specifier. This method can be accessed outside the class. Static, before instantiating object, this main method can be called. That is what static. Void is return type, nothing. Main is the function name. Every Java program must start from the main function. That is the thumb rule. String array. Actually, in Java, everything is taken as a string of characters. This main method is taking everything, every input or everything in every statement in a Java as a string of characters. And system is the object, out is the method, and our println is the method for displaying this content to the output screen. End of the main method, end of the class. So this is how main method class can be defined. We'll see a main method definition in detail. Main method can be defined as public static void main. Public static void main. We'll see what is the use of public, what is static, what is void, and what is main in detail. Public main method, which means it can be, the public main method can be accessed outside the class, or it can be accessed by all. That is why we are defining main method as a public. Then static. Main method is always static because the main method can be called without creating an object. Before creating any class objects, the main method can be called. That is the starting point of Java program. That is why main method is static. And next is void. Main method does not have any return value. That is why we are giving void. And main method is a starting point of any Java program, I said already. And string of args. String of args means string array arguments. Each element passed as an input array of string, or everything in Java is a string, or everything as in Java as will be passed as string. So that is what the public static void main of main method in a main method class. So with that we are concluding the Java source file structure.